Now, I've been talking primarily about ceiling devices, but what's new to the show are the AMS surface mount speakers. And as you can see, we have 5-inch, 6-inch, and 8-inch versions. Per the slide here, you can see that we have both ICT and dual concentric, a 5-inch and the 6-inch. The 8-inch is only available with a dual concentric. These replace the old DI series, but they're an entirely new cabinet design. So it's not just a new driver, they're a whole new design. These are designed for all weather applications, so they're indoor or outdoor speakers. They have a brand new yoke design, and this is a very important thing in that we have ridges in both the yoke and the cabinet. When you aim them and then tighten down the screws, they lock into place, and so they won't droop over time. This has been a problem, especially with outdoor speakers that heat up and cool down, expand and contract, and you come back after you spent all this time aiming your speakers, you come back 3 months later to find them aiming downward or upward or anywhere but where you aim them. So these lock into place. There's also an optional variable, which is a pan tilt mount, and this enables you to have much more flexibility in aiming it precisely, and then you latch down the lever. Additionally, there is a screw that goes in which further locks it down, and that gives you security protection from people bumping into it with ladders and things like that. As you can see in the back of the enclosure, there's a sealed cable entrance with a sealed cable connection. That's a watertight cable connection. And very importantly, there's a tap select switch. Now, in the past, the DI series and other surface mount speakers from us, we've had the option of buying a low impedance version or a transformer version. But what we decided to do with our new products is follow our ceiling speakers and have just one version. So it has a transformer, but it has a bypass position on the tap select switch. Also, when they're used in that low impedance position, they're now 16-ohm devices. So our ceiling products and the new AMS surface mount products are 16-ohm devices. I'll talk about that in a little bit, why we did that. As I mentioned, they are all-weather devices. They're IP65 rated. So IP is ingress protection. 6 is against particulate matter, in this case dust. So dust, sand, any sort of foreign material will not impede the operation of the device. And the 5, very important for North America, is water ingress. And so these are rated for low-pressure water jets. What that means is driving rain. So as long as they're not aimed up towards the sky, but if they're level or downward, we cover them under our full warranty, and they are rated for direct exposure outdoor applications. You can mount them on lighting poles in parking lots, things like that, and they're just fine. We're also using a much higher temperature plastic too, so they can take extreme sun exposure. We have products that are in operation outdoors in places like Abu Dhabi, so extreme temperature areas, certainly much out of the realm of what you'll see in North America. So again, these are designed for both indoor and outdoor applications. And the range, once more, consists of 3 different models, 5-inch, 6-inch, 8-inch, and the 2 smaller ones available in either ICT or dual concentric drivers. Now, I mentioned that all of our drivers are now 16 ohms. Part of why we did this is a couple of years ago, we introduced our new lab group and half-rack amplifier series, and these are low impedance amplifiers. They deliver their full output level into any load between 8 ohms and 2 ohms. So you don't get more power as you go lower or anything like that. It's 2 to 8 ohms, you get full output power, and they will handle 2 ohm loads 24/7. Absolutely no problem, no overheating. So with this in mind, since we now have 16 ohm voice coils, we can go and put up to 8 speakers in low impedance setting on a single channel of this small but powerful Lucia amplifier. That enables you to bypass the transformers, and even though Tannoy has the best sounding transformers in the industry, they're very well known for that, you do still get distortion at the lowest frequencies, and you do get some amount of signal loss. So in a lot of smaller applications that I see 70-volt systems, like conference rooms and smaller restaurants and retail environments, you can go low impedance. Where 70 volt is really great are long speaker runs and also a lot of speakers, tens and 20s, hundreds of speakers. But for a lot of smaller installs, low impedance is a great way to go. We give you the option either way. So now we're going to take a listen to the AMS series. We'll start out listening to first the 5-inch, then the 6-inch, and then the 8-inch. Series of surface mount loudspeakers from Tannoy. Obviously, as you get larger and larger, you get more and more low frequency output and also higher output capability. We're driving each pair of these with a single Lucia amplifier with just a high pass filter engaged. There's no EQing or anything. So this is how they sound coming right out of the box. Now, speaking of Lucia, we have a brand new product in that range, and we're going to play a video here, and then I'll turn it over to Dudley to talk about other new things from Lab Groupin.